This is also interesting to me. The Environmental Protection Agency is responsible, ladies and gentlemen, for one of the greatest acts of pollution in modern times. And as this toxic liquid, this mix of arsenic and other toxins, works its way through one river after another, one state after another, one community after another, we hear absolutely nothing from Barack Obama. Zero. He's on vacation. Didn't they tell us he's available 24/7? He's got a phone. We know that. He's got a pen. He has a driver. He's got a putter. He's got a chipper. Yeah, he did golf today, right? Was he golfing with mostly white people? I mean, this is a very, very important question given the nature of our society today. Is he golfing with white people? Rich people? Christians? No. He was golfing with poor Muslim minorities. There's no question in my mind about that. On Martha's Vineyard. Why wouldn't he? But in any event, his administration, his legacy, is playing out in these rivers with this disaster. And over at the Washington Times, Stephen Denon reports the EPA is trying to cheat Navajo Indians. Remember the other day we told you this was going straight through the Navajo reservation. And we tried to make this a big issue the other day, several days ago. I told you nobody was reporting on it. Now people are starting to pick up on it. The EPA, listen to this, EPA is trying to cheat Navajo Indians by getting them to sign away their rights to future claims from the agency's Gold King mine disaster, tribal officials charged today, adding more to the administration's public relations problems over the spill that threatens critical Southwest waterways. I guess the people of California should count themselves among the lucky that dams and navigation systems weren't built from these rivers, or California would be destroyed too. It is underhanded. They're just trying to protect their pocketbook, Mr. Begay said in a telephone interview. He's the Navajo president, Russell Begay. EPA officials were going door to door asking Navajo, some of whom don't speak English as their primary language, to sign a form that offers to pay damages incurred so far from the spill, but waiving the right to come back and ask for more if their costs escalate or if they discover bigger problems. Okay, so the EPA is trying to cover itself. The EPA, that is the Obama administration. Now let's be clear. It's the Obama administration and that disastrous, iron-fisted Environmental Protection Agency, which is a capitalism destruction agency. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if these were Republicans doing this, and somehow it involved the voter registration lists, we'd be hearing over and over and over again about the racist Republicans. We'd be hearing over and over and over again how the Republicans support Jim Crow. Well, let me tell you something. Obama's employees are now going through these Navajo neighborhoods trying to get them to sign declarations against their interest, which are binding legally, which many of them can't even understand. Who's the racist now, Mr. Obama? The spill has dumped millions of gallons of polluted water into the Animas River, which feeds the San Juan River and eventually the Colorado River, which provide water for grazing and crops in much of the Four Corners area, which is the confluence of Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico, and Utah. The Navajo Nation covers much of that territory. The EPA did not have an immediate comment on Mr. Begay's charges Wednesday, the president of the Navajo tribe, or Navajo Nation, I guess they call themselves. Representative Rob Bishop, chairman of the House Natural Resources Committee, said through a spokeswoman that he's heard the complaints from the Navajo Nation and will be investigating the entire disaster. Chairman Bishop is outraged at the reports that the EPA is asking tribal members to sacrifice their rights after EPA's ineptitude has potentially threatened their health and livelihoods. The Navajo Nation president, Mr. Begay, said the situation is all the more enraging because the EPA has admitted it will take decades to clean up the spill, yet the agency is pushing for Navajo to calculate their costs now and sign away their rights for the future. Hey, you don't need to calculate anything now, and you shouldn't sign a damn thing. Get a good slip and fall lawyer and you'll be in good shape. Don't sign anything. The Navajo president also said EPA workers have said there are other mines that could also face similar problems and said the priority should be on fixing those and cleaning up the current spill, which is still flowing, rather than trying to deflect liability. Our leadership from the White House, it's almost non-existent. And now they're asking us to waive, this is the president of the Navajo Nation, and now they're asking us to waive all this stuff, and the yellow water's still flowing into the river. Nothing has been contained. It's just a huge, I don't want to use the word cover-up, but it's just government not doing its job, causing all of this to happen to our people, our land, and our economy. The EPA putting legitimate businesses out of business, shutting down legitimate, necessary coal mines, shutting down legitimate commercial fishermen, destroying one industry after another as it targets capitalism, as it advances the degrowth agenda that I discuss at length on my chapter on the environment. And look what it does. For some reason, so many people think, not most of you, but so many other people think, that if the government does it, it's noble. If the government does it, it'll be done well. Because you see, the government has as its purpose to benefit the people. No, it doesn't. The government has as its purpose to empower itself. These are long-term poisons. And this waste is moving its way through the Southwest. And this is a massive environmental disaster, man-made. And Obama can go on and on about climate change and the rising rivers and how he's going to prevent them. Well, get off your ass, get off your golf cart, come back to reality. You're going to stop the oceans from rising, then stop the rivers from flowing. Because that yellow toxic mix is flowing now throughout 4 states. Though I know they're mostly Republican states, but still, it's America, Mr. President. I'll be right back.
Mark Levin.